Game show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. This game we'll be watching the Los Angeles Lakers as they go up against the Miami Heat. For the Heat, 5-5 over their last 10 games. Rally tonight. Well, without a doubt, the best thing to happen to the Lakers this offseason was jumping up in the lottery to land the number 2 overall pick, which they used on D'Angelo Russell. Kenny, how much does this help the Lakers?
Well, years ago, the Lakers had a pick, and they elected to go small instead of big with Vlade Divac and went with a guy named Kobe Bryant. And they're hoping that they can have this similar type success by going small with D'Angelo Russell.
We're in a place they call the American Airlines Arena in downtown Miami, Florida. Right on the water, the home of the Heat, where we're broadcasting live today. Favorite, they got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
And you guys know how much I love aggressive defense, but in that game, they were just a bit...
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here. In the first. Russell dishes to Kobe. Back to Russell. He kicks it to Hibbert. And Whiteside sends it back. The tray. And he drills it. Beautiful release there from the Monster. The Monster's got himself on the board with 3 there. Now, here is Russell. He's guarded closely. Randall with a screen for Hibbert. Wade against Kobe. Stolen by Wade. In transition, here comes Miami. Right side, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Over in the corner, Harkless. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Harkless has got 5 points so far.
Yeah, poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at the basket from three-point range. And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Russell. Here's Hibbert. Lakers shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Carter comes in for Winslow. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Brandon Bass is checked in for Julius Randle. P.J. Tucker comes in for Maurice Harkless. Lou Williams is checked in for Kobe. And it's Clarkson in for Russell. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Dishes it to Bass. From deep, Williams. Miami grabs the miss. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, they're Defense got sliced and diced in that game. They just weren't closing down on perimeter shooters, not nearly quick enough, and then they gave up their fair share of those point-blank shots on the interior as well.
Something was clearly amiss for them, Greg. I mean, to let an opponent shoot that high a percentage, you got to take a real long look in the mirror after a game like that.
1:15 left to play in the first quarter. Now, here's Clarkson. He's guarded closely. From the high post. A rebound by Carter.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
43 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Bass. Drills the elbow jumper. Bass has got his first bucket of the night. The Heat have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. No good from the monster. The Lakers trail. Outside Williams. Can't get it to go. Bosch with some nice D. The pass to the monster. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring first quarter of play. Heat lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Kobe Bryant dealing with the wear and tear of decades in the league. He talks about how he remains effective.
Well, you have to make adjustments. You know, you try to figure out what you can and can't do, and you have to try to learn that pretty quickly and figure out how effective you can be. And so it's just about making adjustments.
At Kobe's age and with the 2 years worth of injuries, is coming back for him just a matter of Greg adjustments, or is that another way of saying he has to limit everyone's expectation, including his own? The Monsters checked in for Miami and then for Los Angeles. Bass comes in for Randall, and Kobe is subbed in for Lou Williams. Taking a look at the Lakers. Russell is out there with Bryant. Then it's Brandon Bass. Then it's Ilyasova, and it's Harkless in at the 3. Clock at 6, Ilyasova, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And just a nice combination of size and feel there. Terrific finish down low.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he's kept this percentage at a decent level, right around 74. But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it, "Are you kidding me?"
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers gave them a bit of a boost. He dropped in 17 points, and part of that scoring came from beyond the arc, adding a few threes to his already impressive season total. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't. Disappointed.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort. You know, guys, if he does his work early, he knows when he gets in a good position, his size gives him a big edge on the glass.
Wade gets the bucket. And now an 8-point Heat lead.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Kobe misses.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Good D by Wade.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Shot's good from the monster.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Timeout call. Give it up for your Heat answer.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Bryant. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up 13 points a game, 4 assists.
And a new group getting ready for Miami. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Wash comes in for Winslow. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Tony Snell. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. And then for the Lakers, Roy Hibbert's checked in for Ilyasova. P.J. Tucker comes in for Maurice Harkless. And it's Clarkson in for Russell.
Right now, they've got that field goal percentage up in the low 50s.
Putting it together offensively, looking to build some more momentum.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Heat?
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Lakers trail by 11. Hibbert with a screen on Richardson. Out of bounds, Miami takes possession. Goran Dragic is checked in for the Monster. The Lakers also. And we've reached halftime in this one. Heat out front. They lead by 11. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Chris, what's been...
Okay, fellas, nice job sticking to the plan in the first half. Now let's widen the gap and get these fans even more fired up. Everybody was really mentally prepared tonight. That shows in the scoring we got off the bench. We didn't miss a beat no matter what lineup we had in there. We're going to keep a deep rotation in the second half, so everybody stay ready. One thing I liked, our passing, getting a lot of assists. Unselfish passing can get us into a nice rhythm, and that's how we get ourselves on a run. And just to talk about what we want for the pace of the game, I'd say nice and steady suits us just fine. It doesn't have to be a track meet. That's it for now, guys. Let's go get that W.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, he's been a revelation tonight, almost scoring at will in that first half.
Really hard to fathom he'll be able to keep it up for the next 2 quarters, but, you know, you never know. It could be a special night for him.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Miami, Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside, and it's Winslow in at the small forward position. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Lakers trail by 11. The drive by Russell to the middle. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Wade passes to Bosch. He's checked in for the Heat. Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Lakers. The Monster. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Well, it's not just point guards that can pass the rock. Here are the assist leaders among shooting guards over the span of the last month. The 4th spot held by Dwayne Wade.
And that list of players just goes to show that great passing doesn't just come from the point. The way those guys distribute the ball from the 2 spot is a thing of beauty.
Yeah, and it may often be overlooked, that skill at the shooting guard position, but if you think back on the all-time greats at that spot on the floor, they were all fantastic passers. Almost all were fantastic passers.
Right side.
Really on the right plate defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
The Heat making a switch here. Snell's checked in, and he makes the first but misses the second. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Here's the monster. And it comes off the rim with a high bounce. Lakers trail by 11. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Bryant. Excellent D from Wade.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Pass to the monster. Expanding his range. No luck. So the Lakers will take it the other way. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. They're closing in on the end of this long, long road trip as that will be game 6 of 7 straight away. And again, no good by the Lakers.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it.
Lakers ball.
Right here, over these last 10 games on the Heat schedule, this is how they stack up in the league stats. First in fewest turnovers per game, 4th in opponent points per game, and they're not a team that really likes to get out and run a whole lot. I mean, they're ranked only in the top 20 in fast break points. They're much more content to play a half-court game.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you. He can be a matchup nightmare if he can get it in the paint. And a brief... Check of the stats for Russell. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. Averaging 17 points per game, almost 2.5 steals, and 5 assists. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every train needs a conductor, man. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
The monster passes to Bosh. Good ball movement here by Miami. Richardson kicks to Bosh. There's the dish to Carter. Tries it from the top of the key. No good from the monster.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now. You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Basket is good. The assist from Bosh. 21.